Hello, welcome to the daily political tarot readings here on Black and Orange. Look at this lovely human being right here. Look at this lovely lady. Lori's here. I was so happy. I was so worried about you. And I just, before you say anything, I just wanted to throw this in there, that when you finally came back on and did a reading, I noticed there were so many other readers who came in to the chat, and it's like all of us we're like this, like, if you fall, we're here. Anything you need, because we've been so worried about you.
Thank you.
And just wish you just all the health and happiness and positive juju and big hugs. And so I'm glad you're okay.
Thank you. Yeah, you guys were awesome. What a great support system our reading community is. And thank you specifically for reaching out to me twice. So I'm ready to, my foot is still healing. My tummy's still healing. So for any of you that you and I haven't met before, that are new to your channel or new to me, which is probably quite a few, I broke my foot and then I re-injured it when my brother was here. And then I had an emergency appendectomy. So I had a few things, but sometimes things go in threes and they had a little trouble getting my potassium level back up and my white blood cell level down. So we dealt with that the other day. And I'm all good. I'm all patched up. I'm great. I'm ready to go on to the next chapter.
Okay. Because I have a Cancer moon. And so right now, I cannot tell you how much I just want to reach to the screen and be like, okay, you sit in the comfy chair and I'll get you some cocoa and here's a blanket. Are you warm enough? Can I make you some soup? What can I do?
I appreciate that.
And I know you're strong, and I know that you'll make it through. It's just my nature.
And I felt so bad because they called me back to the surgeon's office to give me some extra potassium. But I was going to be with you that day. I was going to go live and then jump over and congratulate you for your 900 shows. What a huge accomplishment, and congratulations, and a ring the bell for that. Oh, my bell ringer.
Thank you.
Extra security guides for a show today.
That is very kind. Oh, and I won't even go into how kind and just generous in spirit and every other way that people have been to me. Yesterday I was making a list of, someone had said for the 1,000th video, which if things keep up might be in like 3-4 months.
You said December, right? Because I did watch the replay. I didn't get to join live, but I watched
it. Whenever 3.5 months is from now.
Oh, okay. September, did you say?
Something like that. But someone said you should do a best of. And it's like, oh, that sounds like an awful lot of work I don't have time for. But yesterday I was making lists of funny things or just, So I don't know. I might do something like that. I don't know why I say we. Why am I saying we? Because I was discussing it with my friend who was just basically just listening to me. So
that's what your friends do, and then they offer their advice when we stop, right?
Exactly. Yeah. All right. Well, I am here, as you can tell, 902 episodes or whatever it is. No. 1, 2, 3. Anyway, I am here every single day of the year and here to take your 12 political questions at 12 noon Central Time, Chicago time. It's hard to see, but it says Chicago right there. Prayers going out to Naperville, a Chicago suburb that was hit by tornadoes last night. The sirens went off here last night, really, like, all of them full blast. And so we went down to the basement and Boo Boo got scared. And so I have got scratches all up here. I've got a really nasty one right here. And but it's okay. We're okay. He just got really scared. And he's okay, and I'm okay. And we spent some quality time in the gray chair of happiness this morning. So he's happy now. So it's good.
Great.
It's good. But my heart does go out to people in Naperville. So, and thank you for letting me know about all of that. So anyway, all right. So let me see if I can grab some questions. There was when I was first getting ready, I noticed that there was a question from Rita, and Lori, do feel free to just jump in. There's no like I'm muting. No, I'm not going to mute you. You're wonderful. But Rita was saying, I just read that Trump extended Secret Service protection to his children, but also to Robert O'Brien. Why did he want to protect Robert O'Brien? Well, I went looking for this information, and basically what it was saying, this isn't something recent. This was just before he left office. And normally it's just the president, the first lady, and any of their children who are under 16. And sometimes, like Clinton, actually, I think Clinton could be W, definitely Obama, extended for a brief time Secret Service protection to their children who were sort of college age or nearly college age or something like that for a brief period of time. And that was that. But of course, Trump being Trump, decided that, I can sign this piece of paper and have the taxpayers pay millions upon millions of dollars so that I get protection, Melania gets protection, Barron gets protection, apparently until he's 16. But to also give protection to all of my children, their families, and 3 people who worked here. Mnuchin, O'Brien, and I forget who else, somebody else. So for 6 months, they all have this super, super, super expensive the Secret Service protection. Meanwhile, the Bidens need it. So the Secret Service is extended over all of that. So they're spread thin. It's really infuriating. Then again, what about the Trump administration isn't? What about Trump isn't infuriating? So why but I guess we could look at why did it just I guess we can you've asked, so I could look at why did he extend protection to people like Mnuchin and O'Brien and whatnot. But something tells me it was very much a matter of just, hey, who wants Secret Service protection for the next 6 months? I mean, he's just that they are so corrupt. What can we get? So we can look at it, but I don't know that there's going to be a particularly good answer. It might just be Trump corruption. Surprise. So Trump extending. Do you have any idea why this may have happened, Lori?
I don't. I know that, and Lucky Girl said in the comments, the third person was Mark Meadows.
Mark Meadows. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Lucky Girl is a gem.
She's the queen.
Mm-hmm.
She is the queen. So no, I don't. To answer your question, I don't. I'm not privy to that. They didn't call me, ask me. No, just kidding. I have no clue. What goes on in his head? How can we possibly understand what anything that goes on in his head?
So, mention Meadows. Okay. So, why? Okay, so that's going to be number 1, and that's from Rita. Okay, so Electra's been, and I think I've seen this before, but I didn't get to it. China is buying up farmland in the U.S. How will this affect our future food source if China controls it? Goodness.
That's a good question.
Yes, that's kind of scary.
It is, but they're buying a little bit of everything nowadays, and have been for quite some time.
Yep.
Which is still scary. Still scary.
Okay, affect our production. Well, apparently you can't. I heard something yesterday that apparently if you are not Japanese, you it's like good luck trying to buy Japanese land. Remember, if you it's like if you marry a Japanese person and you're living there and that person dies, you can't inherit that land unless you maybe have a child together and that child is there, lives there, then by extension you can stay. It's like
I know there's a, you know, 'cause Japan is a very small country.
true, but
And they keep going up in space, you know, like parking above their homes and then parking above that and then another home on top.
absolutely. But I just try to imagine something like that happening here. Phew.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that's crazy.
Yep. Okay, so Mary's asking, will China be the next superpower? Okay. I'm so glad you're here. Oh, sorry. This is just so great. I love working with you. You are such a sweetheart, and your whole energy is just so wonderful.
Thank you. And your show and your viewers are so much fun to be here. Thanks.
Thank you. I'll try to be. I've read on this before, but it's been a while. We'll try to be the next superpower, but we'll get there. We'll get there. All right. So that is number 3. Let's see if we can get through some things. Okay. The YouTube just dumped a whole bunch of comments. There was a question I saw before it dumped all the stuff and erased all the earlier stuff about the Delta variant of the illness. I've actually been reading on that for like a week. Yeah, I mean, just right here, last Thursday at 26 minutes, 30 seconds. Will the Delta variant of COVID cause shutdowns this summer in the U.S.? I had asked about it. Yeah, if you go to the name of the channel, you click on that and you go to the main page, there's in the top right, be over there, based on your screen, there's a little spyglass, so you can do a search. But I've COVID variant. I've been reading on that. And what I've been getting for what it's worth, and Lori, tell me if you get something different. But
I'd like to know, yeah, what happened?
I equate it to like waves of grief, where when something horrible, really terrible, you lose somebody important or what have you, you just get bowled over. The grief just knocks you off your feet.
Right.
And then it kind of, okay, I can breathe for a second, and then you get hit with another wave. And over time, the waves get lower, but you're still getting hit by them. And so, and that's what I was picking up, and even reading on this new variant, it's what I was picking up, that it's easy to think, okay, we went through this horrible thing, there were a couple of aftershocks, but then now it's just smooth sailing. No, but it's less each time, even with the variants, because more and more people are vaccinated, people are being smarter, people have changed how they do business or how often they travel. I mean, just a lot has been changing. So that's what I was getting, that the lessening of the height of the waves and the strength of the waves. That's the mental image I got. Have you been getting anything like that?
I'm sure that's exactly what's going to happen. I'm just very, very, very concerned for primarily red states, Florida, Texas. I mean, several of my friends are not vaccinated. So, and that's, you know, I want to go do an art class in 2 weeks from now that one of my friends is doing, that I've wanted to do for, months, and since pre-pandemic, so over a year. And then I'm thinking, well, if I'm sitting there with all of them and there's maybe 13 people at the table, what if only 3 of us are vaccinated? So we're protected, but that doesn't mean that you can't still get it. You just won't die of it, So right. Do you even want to entertain that? That's where I'm at with it right now. Do I want to take that risk of sitting with other people that are not vaccinated, even though I won't get really, really sick? Do I want to get any ick?
No, I'm totally agree. So let's have a look at the Delta variant then. We'll look together for number 4.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so I'm just looking quickly for anything else in all caps. Tish is talking about disasters, the various disasters, and just plan, prepare, pets. I like that. Let's have a look at what do you think? What do you think we look at hurricane season?
We can, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's look at hurricane season. And yes, plan, prepare, pets. And if anybody's thinking that there might be a crisis coming, trim your cat's claws. Just throwing that out there.
That must have been quite something.
It was, but we're okay. We're okay. He's okay. Oh, while you're here, there's a question I have been saving because I always get the same answers, but I just thought I thought maybe we could revisit the question.
I'd love to. What is it?
What will happen to Trump? Prison, eternal appeals, hospitalization, permanent? Will he? Not tech. It's a kind of dire thing to say, but none of us get out of here alive. So I'm not, and I'm certainly, and I want to make it clear, I'm not wishing ill on anybody. I don't. I just want justice, and I even will like say to people in the chat and be really school marmish if people are joking about it. It's like no. But let's have I would like to look just what's going to happen to Trump.
That's a really good question because I did a reading on him day before yesterday, and I did receive the tower. So something is on its way. And he will be doing a rally. I didn't look to see. Maybe I can Google that as you continue to write the questions. He's going to be doing one of his first rallies here in Tampa.
Ooh. Is that the one in December? Or is that the thing with O'Reilly in December? Or is this something different? Is this something sooner than that?
I'm going to Google it. It isn't Faith and Freedom because Faith and Freedom is where Pence just got booed the other day.
It's worrying that kind of thing is happening, but it's not
like
good.
Can't we pull him before he starts this? Can't we get the net or something?
Yes. Okay, so we'll look at that. And thank you, Tisha. Thank you, Tisha. We'll look at hurricane season. And I'm just looking. Oh my gosh. Lucky girl, you are the bomb. You are the queen. Yes. Yes, and Phyllis, Trump does love to he just loves to waste taxpayer money. Because he I don't know if you heard me say this, Lori, but the best way I've come up to describe Trump is if you think about hundreds of years ago and you had a king and you had the subjects. The subjects were loyal to the king and they would even lay down their lives for him. But he wasn't personally loyal to them.
Correct.
And what do you mean protect you? You owe me fealty. I am the king. And that is how Trump, the narcissist, thinks. And so when people are surprised, they're like, oh, he's going to throw this person under the bus. He's going to do. Of course he is. He's not thinking that we're all on the same level field, which we are, considering all of our souls come from the divine, or parts of the divine, little pieces of the divine inside each and every one of us. He doesn't think that way.
No.
So, Rita's saying that O'Brien, talking about the extending Secret Service, Rita's saying that O'Brien was involved in the release of several prisoners in enemy countries. Make a note of that. Maybe I wonder if that has something to do with it. Prisoners. Excuse me. Countries.
Did that give a date?
No, there's none here, but Elizabeth is saying our farmland should be declared a national asset and not sold to foreigners. That's my humble opinion. You know, trying to buying up farmland. Let me make a note here. Declared a national asset. Let's see if that's a possibility. Declared a national asset. Okay, making a note here. Okay. I know, my writing this down analog, it's kind of like in old movies, you know, waiting while people would dial the phone. And there's old rotary phones in movies, and you're just like, equivalent of that. It's like, oh, geez.
All right. Trump is holding his Tampa rally on July 3rd, of course. Of course. He likes a parade around the 4th, doesn't he? July 3rd. It will be in Tampa.
July 3rd?
Yep. Summer tour to galvanize Republicans and support midterm candidates.
It's a Trump rally.
Mm-hmm.
To support candidates, support other people. Oh, that's adorable. Yeah, Remember how he talked to, oh, what was her name? Oh, come up here and talk for a second. Nobody wants to hear what you have to say. Here, come up, quick. You remember that?
That one. Oh, I didn't see that one.
Oh, that was a Trump moment. That was, mwah, you know, in Trump narcissism.
I bet it was.
Okay, we're going to read on the July 3rd. The July 3rd rally.
They go to Cleveland this month, and then so Cleveland, I guess, might be the first stop, and then Florida, then Georgia, then Alabama.
Okay, I'll just make a note anyway. Cleveland. So it's going to be Cleveland, Florida, Alabama?
Yes.
Okay.
Or Georgia, yeah.
Oh, Georgia. I'm sorry.
That's in there too, both of them.
Oh, okay. So 4. Alabama. Okay. Well, I'll have to look up those dates. Thank you, Donna. Love and light to both of you beautiful ladies. Absolutely. It's all the good energy to Lori.
Thank you. Yay.
Just beautiful white light just pouring down on you. That's what I want.
We'll both accept those sprinkles in the light, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay, this thing just jumped. Oh, goodness. Phyllis is saying that I live in KCMO. It's Missouri. The Kansas, no. The Delta variant is growing in southwestern Missouri, 45 country. Their vaccine rate is low. Oh, gosh. Oh, my gosh. That's terrible.
It's terrible.
But Gary's saying that I guess he's talking about the vaccines, but Gary's put up 88% effective on the Delta variant. Gosh, I hope so. Good. All right. So I'm just going to try to grab a couple more questions, and then we will get down to this. And thank you so much for your patience with me. Okay, Valeria is saying Linda G is seeing dementia, full-blown dementia with Trump. It's a possibility. And Kusa's asking, do we fuel Trump's energy by giving him attention? What do you think? Should we not read on him? Or?
Oh no, I don't think that makes that much. I thought she meant, when people attend his rallies and things like that. I don't think, maybe a teeny fraction or something, but nothing that big. How do you feel about that?
He's a clear and present danger even now.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. But I'm what do I know? I have my ignorance is vast, and I can only chip away at it every day. That's all I can do. So, if somebody has a better explanation or understanding, I'm all ears. So, okay. Oh, okay. Helen Sweet is asking, Apple was put under a gag order, told to get the data for the investigations into the, do you remember that?
Yes.
The reporters and the Congress people. What did they get out of it, or are they a MAGA company? I think it was just legal, but let's have a look. Apple. No, I think it was just a legal, a legal gag order. But yeah, things could leak if they were, I don't know. Apple under a gag order. So, MAGA company. What did they get out of it? Okay, so did they? Got it. All right. And that was from Helen Sweet. Okay. 8, 9, 4, 0. Okay. I agree, Jay Brumley. I want to see all the corruption come to light so it can be properly dealt with. Oh, that was what I was going to ask about. There's an act. There's somebody who's coming up with. I got a screen capture. Hang on. I got a screen capture. There is some kind of. Oh, okay. Before we get to that, there's some other things I grabbed. I might just pull questions from here. Sorry. Ron DeSantis he edges out Trump for president in a straw poll at the Western Conservative Summit. Is Ron DeSantis?
Of course, I call him DeSatan.
I understand that. I totally understand why.
Okay.
And you have to deal with him firsthand.
I have to deal with him daily.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Is Ron DeSantis Trump's successor? As in the next leader figure in the Republicans? We should have a look at that.
We will.
Oh, yeah. Ron DeSantis, 74% to Donald Trump, 71%. What really blows my mind, Ted Cruz got 42%.
That does blow one's mind, doesn't it? Or what's left of one's mind. You would comprehend that.
No.
Oh my gosh.
And he still beat out Mike Pompeo at 39%. Pompeo thinks he's going to be president. Pompeo has got he's got seriously these delusions of grandeur, and he's a potato, and he doesn't realize what he is, how he comes across. Anyway.
Wow, that's astounding, really. That's really amazing.
Another thing I wanted to ask about, the Trump's December tour with Bill O'Reilly. Tickets are not selling.
Really?
And also, it's upsetting QAnon.
Aw.
Aw. QAnon supporters have acted with dismay and confusion after Donald Trump announced the December dates of his upcoming speaking tour with Bill O'Reilly, which coincides with when he is meant to have already been reinstated as president.
Okay.
And the tickets are being sold for at least $100. And there are many tickets still available. So many.
I wonder if some are waiting or hesitant to purchase in case he gets indicted first and they won't get their money back. Do you think they're caught at all?
Tickets for
the Chump Show? What's it called? That rally?
Oh, it's called according to the statement, Trump and O'Reilly will appear in Sunrise, Florida on December 11th. They'll be in Orlando on December 12th. And then go to Houston on the 18th and Dallas on the 19th. And I don't know what they're calling it. But anyway, to December
probably hee-haw.
Trump O'Reilly. Oh, let's open it up to the floor, to the commenters. Okay. What would you name the
That's good.
Trump O'Reilly book tour or whatever it is in December? Worst Christmas ever.
That's good. And apparently the other thing that I wanted to mention when I was scrolling through to find the other dates for Florida and Georgia and whatever, apparently Trump's going to go join Governor Greg Abbott, or whatever his first name is, Abbott, in Texas on June 30th at the border because, Vice President Harris just can't do anything.
Of course. Well, she is a woman.
Yes.
Of color as well. Of course, right. She can't do anything according to them.
No, she just sits and be nasty. And we're also sending law enforcement from Florida to go to the border of Texas and Arizona. We're sending them from my county, from Collier County. They don't have the power to arrest anyone. They're just going because the governors have requested them. It's a big political showboat.
Right, because Florida doesn't have it's not dealing with any immigration. None. There's no immigration happening in right. Florida.
Well, they're saying the people that, they're arresting here and at the borders there, it all has to do with illegal aliens bringing in methamphetamine. So that's what you can't make it up. They're going to have a big parade over there. Gary Atkins says he wants to call the tour the Pervs Tour 2021.
That is an option.
Oh, Griftmas. That's good.
Griftmas. Yes.
I love it.
All right. I have to write this down. I'm going to have to tweet these out when we're done here.
Yeah.
Griftmas.
I'll go through these comments because I was looking at you and I didn't see all of them.
You guys are great. Anyway, there's something else I was looking for in here.
Griftmas. That was cool.
Hang on, there's a little bit of silence here. I was trying to find the name of, there is an act that somebody is putting together to stop the kind of abuses that Trump did while he was in office, but I'm not finding the information here. But there is, so I think we should, will there be a specific act to stop Trump type abuses in future, which doesn't help us with Trump, but things like giving teeth to the emoluments clause. The president can't make money from his businesses while he's in office and all this other stuff.
Right. And must show their taxes.
Show their taxes.
I don't think we could possibly list anything in a complete spiral notebook. I think we would have to do two or something.
Yeah, somebody tells me that, it's about this much paper this is the brief version.
That we even know about.
You're right. Act 2. Stop Trump abuses in future. Okay, so I've got 12 questions here. So we should get our skates on here. Okay. Cards. All right. Ghouls left from Halloween tour. Yeah. Did you see any other ones?
Oh, they're really all on a roll.
Good.
Good.
Hey, Polywanda has a very important question. Does the moon's orbit magnetize vaccine particles and pull them up to the frontal lobes where they can cause internal lobotomies?
Sure.
Well, we're going to be changing the moon's orbit.
Oh, I know.
And the Earth's orbit.
I know. I can't. Oh.
Yeah, I know. I can't do it with a straight face either. Oh my gosh. We are trash tour. That's it. Yes. What Jesus wouldn't do tour. The other rapture.
I wonder if they'll even make it. I mean, will it even happen? I seriously doubt it.
That's on the red steel. STEAL.
That's good.
Yeah, but is it Carmela? We've got to give you credit for Griftmas if that was you. Because wow. I gotta make a note of that. All right, so we're gonna start with Rita's question. We're at 37. Rita's question was about Trump extending Secret Service protection to his children longer than that should have been happening, but also why Robert O'Brien, the most wonderful people in the chat, have been trying to give us ideas. Like he was apparently responsible for release of prisoners in enemy countries, but it was O'Brien, it was Mnuchin, it was Meadows. So
really don't know very much about O'Brien, so I don't.
Yeah, or maybe we should look at all three.
Oh, sure. Yeah. That's
okay. Yeah. Why did they get extended Secret Service protection? Because that's just not a thing. I think who was it who just put in the chat alive and grifting? Oh yeah.
I fixed him.
Yep, Stephanie, alive and grifting. Thank you. Griftmas.
I love it.
Griftmas, love it, love it, love it. Okay. So I'm gonna pull 3 cards on O'Brien, 3 on Mnuchin, and 3 on Meadows. But you do you. We each have our own way of
okay, I did it on all 3. And Jen Lynn's in the house. Everyone say hey, Jen Lynn.
Hey, Jen Lynn. Hello, beautiful. Okay, let me see here. So they got extra Secret Service protection. So was this Trump just being like, hey, who wants extended protection? The grift that keeps on grifting. O'Brien. Mnuchin. What are you getting?
It had something to do with a deal, perhaps, or that they made with a foreign government entity, and also for travel.
I did what? I don't understand.
So, we're asking why he kept those 3 on.
Right.
because it looks like there's a deal that they made with another foreign government to protect it, or if it were to be announced, or they were worried about that coming to light.
Oh.
No one talking about it and fearful that it could come up pretty soon, because there's a lot of change about it.
So are they afraid of so is it these people when they go overseas, something coming out, or is it?
I think it's both travel. I think it's both so that they're safe when they travel. But I think mostly it was because of a deal that those three were in on that had to do with a foreign government. And they were very concerned about their safety when this comes to the light.
They're concerned about their safety from whom? What do you think?
Enemies,
foreign or domestic?
From probably both, but from the Democrat, the truth seekers.
Okay. I'm sorry to be so dense.
No. I think they just, did some more grifting. I mean, we are talking about Mnuchin, and I think it'll come out somewhere between September and December. So if they only got it for 6 months, it's getting set to expire. So it'll be interesting to know if they're going to renew that.
Well, Trump can't renew it. At least that's my understanding, what I was reading this morning. So he can't extend it. Technically, I guess Biden could, but Biden's not going to extend it. You're getting much better answers than I am. The one thing I can say is Mnuchin got it for loyalty to the Trump cause, okay. And for and his sense of entitlement knows no bounds. But he just got it. What I got there is he got it for loyalty. Meadows, it was to reward Meadows, but also to kind of semi-bribe him, because Meadows, he doesn't know where all the bodies are buried, but he knows where a few of them are, as it were. Political bodies are buried, and so hey, if Trump's not paying for it, why would he care? But to keep it's basically a little gift to, hey, for 6 months, how about you get Secret Service protection? Because I take care of you, right? I take care of you because you take care of me. That's what I'm getting there, because he was the chief of staff. But with O'Brien, sorry, I got a twitch in my eye. Well, reuniting families, that would be, if that's the prisoner thing was a part of it. But what I've got here is just more honestly, this to me, this I could be wrong, but it does feel like it was like a perk. And a lot of these guys just know so much. They say he was trying to give them perks to quiet, and because he didn't have to pay for it, he was generous as could be.
That would be the only time he would be generous. Yeah, that makes sense.
And I wonder if O'Brien had any people like camped out in front of his house, or he's ever had any. No, not camped out in front of his house. I'm wondering if maybe because he was dealing with prisoners overseas, trying to get prisoners released overseas, or who knows what. But it feels like maybe if he's married, his significant other or his family in some way was nervous, and that there might be some blowback. But this does feel like it was also like but from Trump's perspective, it was like, this is like why he would want it. But to Trump, it was like a perk, like if he worked at a corporation and, oh, here you go. So your family doesn't worry. Here you go. Here, look how generous I am. with other people's money. But I think you're right. I think you're right, though, that he's trying to keep him quiet because they know so much. And did I go quiet?
No, I was reading Jenilyn's comment. Nice to see Autumn survived the storms last night. I was in the basement for 30 minutes with a tornado warning and with Lucy and Artie.
Oh, well, I'm glad you're okay. Yeah, I was down there. I was saying at the beginning that Boo Boo got scared while I was going down there with him, and so I've got all these scratches. And but we're okay. Everything's okay here. So
yeah, thank God you're okay.
Yes, and hearts out to people in Naperville.
Illinois gets some twisters. I'm originally from there.
Yeah.
I've seen my share.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and you know, I've been far too close to one. Where this guy literally, it's like this weird bottle green color.
It does get, yes, it's a eerie, yes.
Yeah. Yep. But anyway. Okay, so let's move on to 4630. Well, 4615. A lecturer was asking about China buying up farmland. Will this affect our food production? And should our farmlands, will they be declared a national asset? But we'll start with the food production. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm sorry to jump in, but I just got voracious appetites. They have a lot of mouths to feed.
Yes.
And the bread basket in the US, I'm not getting the energy just hit me. I'm not getting so much, we're going to undermine the US. It's where's the best farmland in the world?
Where's the beef? Oh, you're funny.
That was awesome. That was awesome. But what are you getting?
Oh, I think the way we raise crops and food is going to completely change.
Really?
Yeah. Looks like we're going to walk away from we hear a calling, maybe with some of the climate change and the ground drying up, and then we get these new ideas and we make a complete switch. And I personally, even in Florida, where, they eat it while it's still mooing. I know a lot of people that are switching over more to plant-based diets. So, there you go. Boy, it's a big change.
And talking about plant-based diets, that would be the sensitive night here.
It would be.
And let me tell you, last night for the Father's Day, we had a big family gathering, and which is unusual for me, but I did quite well. I was quite pleased with myself. I'm not good with. I've been fighting off germophobia for a number of years now, but it was like better. I'm getting better over time with the work I've been doing on the PTSD and all of that. So I was there. I wasn't disinfecting anything. I didn't even have a disinfectant sheet with me. I was talking to my family. I was just enjoying my meal. It was really nice. So anyway, I know that it's irrelevant, but I'm quite pleased. I'm gonna be back to normal here eventually. So, but while everybody else they grilled chicken thighs. So many chicken thighs. Matter of fact, it was like, okay, we're gonna put things on the grill, and I was like, oh, would you mind? I've got one of these Beyond Beef I've got 2 of these Beyond Beef burger patties. Would you mind throwing those on the grill too? Sure. And then they came back to me and they were like, do you want one or would you cook them both? I'm like, well, if you wouldn't mind cooking them both, it would be helpful. I could have the other one tomorrow. They came out there like, we've only got space for one. So, I mean,
Wow.
So many chicken thighs. Anyway, with barbecue sauce.
Of course.
But I'll tell you, when I sat down and I had my dinner and I had a nice potato, I had this beautiful salad, and I had this, I just put the Beyond Beef, the burger there, and I just cut it up like a little chopped steak or something. It was good.
Yeah.
And right before that, I had been sharing with everybody. I had some sliced, it's vegan Gouda. And you think Gouda cheese, but it's $3.65 from Whole Foods. Their sliced Gouda tastes like Gouda. I've lived in the Netherlands. It really tastes like Gouda. And I was putting that on crackers and I was sharing it with people, and they were like, "This is really good."
Wow.
So more and more, I just share vegan stuff, and people are like, "I like it." Meat eaters like it. So
That's what you need to do.
right, it's better for the environment. But
Yes.
anyway,
So it looks like a huge change. We'll be farming differently, going to different places. I know they hydroponic farm here quite a bit. So, going up and with water, different systems.
as far as I think water is going to be key here. But as far as what China is doing, I've got a whole bunch of minor arcana cards. And I've got water in the center, which is going to be the big issue. But even all of this, and as far as this, I call this my garden center card. Like,
Like it. It looks like it.
yeah. And it's not major arcana. It's not the Empress. It's not. And the big things are going to be water, and it does take more water to raise animals than it does to raise plants. But as far as China, I'm not getting that being as huge of an issue, and it actually makes me wonder if I think there's another question we need to ask here. I'm sorry,
Go ahead.
53. Does maybe China doesn't want the land? Maybe they want the water, or maybe they will want the water. Not the land.
I was disturbed because this was at the bottom, so I was going to ask about that if we could do maybe a little bit of a clarification with that. What do they want? Could we not? Are we seeing everything?
Yeah, let's look at that. Okay, so let's look at that. Does China want is what China do now or in future? Is what they really want going to be the water?
Do they have a water problem?
Everybody's going to have a water problem. Well, plus there's also the issue of depending on where China's buying. I mean, out west, the drought is so bad that buying land there for farming isn't necessarily going to get you much because the water's just not there. I mean, the pictures coming out from the Hoover Dam,
yes,
are jaw-dropping.
Devastating. Yeah, and it didn't look good when I read on it a couple days ago. Of course, I'm sure you've read on it too.
A lucky girl saying, "I'm stealing Johnny's food talk bit he does in his marathon long live stream." Oh, I'm sorry. I wouldn't steal anything from Johnny. He's awesome. Okay, so China. In a planet covered in water, 70% water, you'd think water wouldn't be the issue, but And the other big thing is our Great Lakes. Isn't that the biggest? Those the biggest freshwater lakes in the world?
Yes. Oh, I don't know about the world. I don't know that much about. Okay, so you have the page. I have the night, and then crossing it, we go to the garden center. So they do one in the garden center. They're charging the gate, and we're gonna be like, no, you get out of here. Just kidding.
I'm also being drawn to the clouds here. And how this, usually this is my Trump the Bully card, but if you think about it, it's because look how big this figure is compared to like the trees back here in the land. He's like 100 feet tall.
Right.
And that's how Trump sees himself. But when it comes to this, it's humanity on the earth. We're not the size that the world could naturally sustain itself. The way there are so many of us, basically. And what I'm getting is being drawn to the clouds. But please continue.
Oh no, that's what I yeah, you go ahead and I'll see if I can follow up with it in the end there.
Okay. Worry.
Yeah.
And having to be willing to go and do extreme things. I keep getting this King of Wands in the middle. This King of Wands keeps cropping up right in the center of this, which I'm a little confused about. But then I've got a big old sword, and I've got a knight holding a cup which would hold water. So resources, fighting for resources. What this could be right here is my concern. This King of Wands, the wands are fire signs. And, you know, the first fire sign is Aries, which is the god of war. And this is becoming more militant about protecting your own water and more maybe some people, some petty, because this is not major arcana. This is but these are petty dictators around the world, maybe trying to push other people aside and do what we want, which also might explain the bully card.
And next to the chariot.
Right. The chariot and carrying a big old weapon to get water. So I think please continue. You weren't done.
Oh, I'm getting something. I'm getting something similar. I have to say, I didn't expect to see so many cards of, you know, alert, danger, Will Robinson, you know. So there's something going on here that we have to keep you know. What are they doing? Why do they want it? Why are they rushing into this? And
do you think it's more nefarious than just water? Food or water?
It looks pretty dubious. I mean, it looks like, you know, these together and all, you know, in front of the garden center, they're wanting something. They're not fooling around here. So I don't like that. Where do I go? There we go.
Is it an invasion? Is it to put in spy stuff? Is it, let's see. What is this about? We just got completely derailed into China. That's okay. That's what we're here for. We're here to ask the hard questions. Go into the icky energy.
Yeah, I'm just concerned because it's almost like we don't see it. Maybe they want all the marijuana farms.
There we go.
That's something.
It's like, what I'm getting is like on the front end, and I wonder, whenever it comes to China, I start worrying about how much of our national debt they own.
Someone else just mentioned that.
And that would be legally,
What is it?
that could be negative. That could be leaving it alone, but it could also be negative. It feels kind of negative. But the reason I'm getting this feels relatively small because I got this bully card again, And what it feels like is China going out and bullying and being belligerent and trying to get stuff and what have you, because it feels like they're going to be hiding right behind it. I had the tower here. It was like tucked right behind it. Like they're hiding some catastrophe at home, or hiding how bad it is, how bad things are at home, or something. But this feels they're bullying, they're throwing their weight around, maybe trying to get some clean water. Maybe some of their water is contaminated. Maybe, the Three Gorges Dam is holding, but it's like, oh, it's kind of that kind of thing. So
yeah, and they have quite a few earthquakes over there, and they're going to have their own earth challenges and earth changes. Mm-hmm. But they could try to hold us accountable for the debt and say, and push their, make their demands, like you said.
Yeah. Well, there was another question here about China, which was, will China be the next superpower? And Mary asked that. So we're at 101:30. We may not get through. We're probably not going to get through all these questions, but you get the higher quality answer because Lori's here.
Oh, thanks. So I'm sorry you won't get the normal amount of questions today, you guys.
No, it's so great. I'm so glad you're okay.
Trying to do this new super.
Oh, Lori, are you a Scorpio?
I'm a Scorpio. Yes, you are too, right?
Yeah. I didn't know. When's your birthday?
November 21st. I'm in the tail. Very,
okay.
Very good. When are you?
6th.
Okay. Yeah. Scorpio readers.
You go ahead, or I just blurt.
So please. Go for it. I want to see what.
There's a big crack. There's a big crack in their system. That country, their system. I'm getting a mental image of this big cement slab, but there is just this massive break, and they try to hide it. That's what I'm getting. And then when I'm asking, are they going to be the next superpower? I've just got, other than one sun card near the end, I don't, this is not like major arcana. As a matter of fact, it's, for the reading, I had a chariot, but it felt more like this is like the facade. Or this is what we see because they go out and they do. But
you would think you'd be, the sun is pretty big, but you'd think there'd be several,
Right. If you're going to be the next superpower.
Or, yeah, a whole bunch of.
What are you getting?
I don't have. I think their government is strong, but I think they're going to have problems as well. And I did get the 7 of Pentacles as well as you. I think they want it, but they have so many problems coming up here that they have a lot to work on. They're working diligently to try to get it, but that's the outcome card. It's like, I'm working really hard to try to amass great fortunes and control all the dials and everything, but the death card's looking right at it. So I think there's somebody else that almost like a dark horse in the long shot in the Derby,
Something.
And so I'm surprised because I really thought it was going to be a big yes.
Yeah.
Neither
Yeah.
one of us got a big yes on that, which is quite amazing.
And I pulled some more cards. I got communication, and then I got this.
Oh,
They'll continue to be a merchant. Yeah, they'll continue to be a merchant.
They're trying.
And a big one. But this is the moon and no. So no.
It's like the little red engine that tried, but they don't quite get all the way over the hill or something.
Yeah, the little engine that couldn't quite.
This, this is my Pootie card, but I don't think this is like some other world leader. Because I don't think it could not possibly be Russia unless,
Could it be the leader of China who's in for life? Xi Jinping, is that his name? I probably just massacred that.
I thought he was on his way out soon. No?
Was he? I thought he was in for life. I thought that was the whole.
Unless they give it up themselves, right? I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at that. I thought he was gonna say, I quit. I'm taking my wagon and I'm going home now. I don't want to do this anymore.
I hope so, but because right now it's dictatorship.
Yes.
Electra's saying he's in for life.
Okay. That may be. I thought I read an in-depth article that he doesn't want to do it anymore. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe he got. Yeah.
Let's hope they actually can move.
He step down?
Oh, I'm sure he could. He can do anything he wants. Anybody can quit.
Maybe that's it.
But okay. Well, at 107, let's go to the question, because I mean we've both had channels for years now, and
much longer than I have. You.
Yeah, but we've been doing this a while, and we've read on Trump and what's going to happen to him, and we've read on it and read on it and read on it and read on it, and never get that he's going to prison. Every once in a while, something will just kind of pop up like a no. It's like, wait, did I see something? But I just wanted to, with you here, because sometimes I can get, you can get better readings. At least I can get better readings reading with other people sometimes, especially someone as fantastic as you. I'm sorry, I'm a huge Lori fan. Huge Lori fan. But what is going to happen to Trump? Prison? Is he just going to be in appealing for the rest of his life? Is he going to be hospitalized? Or is he going to, go the way of all flesh? I mean, which is nothing, and I'm not wishing that on him at all. And I want to make that perfectly clear to everybody. I do not want anything bad to happen to any of these people. I just want justice. Seriously. But what is going to happen to Donald Trump? Is he going to prison? And if not, where's he going?
I'm laughing at Lucky Girl and Ian McGrath, who are having
What's going on?
They're having fun in the chat.
Okay. What? Okay, I gotta pull cards again. That makes no sense.
What did you get? You're gonna just trash them and oh boy.
I got the tempering of him as a bully. That's actually the card for Kushner, and it feels like Kushner right in the middle. And then there's a lover's card and happy family, but it's not his family. But it's all about the money. And him him as a man and it being diminished, and it just I maybe wasn't concentrating enough. But what did you get?
Wherever he's going, it's a new start. It's something new. Oh, look, but there's a new chapter. It looks to me like the sort of justice is coming for him, and he gets indicted, and it's just so much pressure, so many hits coming his way and to other people in the family, and he just doesn't have control anymore. I got the Chariot card for him too. They might stop him from fleeing, like we're going to Dubai or something like that, but he's going to go to maybe to jail. Well, no, I don't think he's going to go to jail, but I think there's going to be indictments, and his life changes. I mean, there's the Fool and the Death card. So, and that could be, what you were saying about, the circle of life thing, or the dance of life, or what were you calling it?
The way of all flesh.
The way, yeah.
It was the first thing I could think of.
Could be.
Ellie Rieger is saying, please come back, Lori. We don't mind less questions answered.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you. Thank you. It's true to be here.
What? Okay, pulled cards again. This is more what I expect. Aggressive law enforcement against a thief. All the legal swords in his back. But then we get communication and the garden center, which can also be a hospital. Where you go down to the gift shop.
And the atrium, he could be shuttled out to the atrium. And
yeah, no, seriously. And this merchant card, it actually feels, because these cups, this is quite often, I've got 2 cards of evidence, and this is evidence they already have. But this actually feels more like a lot of his assets being held by other people. That's what that feels like. So he is no longer in control of those assets. They now belong to other people.
Yeah, I don't think he's in control.
So I think we're talking, he's going to be hanging around the atrium and the gift shop and the...
Yeah, I don't think he's in control, because the club has gone the way of another. His Chariot's on its side. So.
Yeah, and the 2 cards just sitting here. Investigators, devil, TikTok. Yeah,
they're going to have to do something before he starts this meeting up with Abbott on June 30th. I mean, what is today?
Today's 21st.
From now, 9 days from now, he's going to go meet Abbott at the border to put down the vice president, and then start these rallies right around Independence Day. And that's when some of the astrologers are saying Biden and Harris's charts, astrological charts, get really wonky. And I know that you are big into astrology and include a lot of it in your readings. So
some, yeah.
Do you see that there's a struggle or hugely challenging aspects in their charts?
Well, Trump's, yes, and it's various people around him as well. But excuse me, one of the big things he's dealing with right now is because Trump, and it's surprising the number of prominent people, or maybe not surprising, the number of prominent people who were born during eclipses, either lunar eclipse or solar eclipse. And Trump was born during an eclipse, so his sun and his moon are exactly opposite each other. Well, within like a degree, but they're right there. And so that's his sense of self, which is your sun, and then your emotions, your emotional needs and how you express emotion, which is your moon. Then there's the planet Neptune, is all about, in the way that Saturn forms things, Neptune diffuses them. Neptune, the sea, you put something in water, what does it do? It disintegrates. Fog, mist. It's also spirituality and art, things that are immaterial, but they have existence, but they're, that Neptune is squaring his sun and his moon.
Well, good. Hopefully he won't be able to get through with any, Neptunian nebulous.
Yeah. But also if his health isn't good, it could also weaken, because the sun can also be your physical body. And with that square energy, that grinding energy, Neptune grinding against his sun and his moon, and it's coming up exact, that square, so it'll be most powerful. Actually, I'd have to go look, because from our perspective, these planets also go retrograde. So it might be one of those things where Neptune squares, it goes past, and then it comes back, and then it goes over it again. So it's like being run over by a car, that and then backing up, going forward again. Similar.
Wow.
So he's got a lot of bad astrology going on. But the thing is that, there are other people who are born at the same time or who have similar things in their chart that aren't going through all of this. In the same way that you can have success in life if you've, set, your luck is something that you set up for years, and he has set up really horrendous treatment of people in bad situations and no loyalty. And
I like the way you said that. That was beautifully phrased. Yeah, that was really wonderful.
Oh, thank you. And so when this kind of stuff hits you, is it going to, one person will have maybe a spiritual crisis because Neptune is squaring their sense of being. Maybe they've been very spiritual and now they're questioning, or it's weakening, or maybe it weakens them enough that they're opening up more to spiritual. And there are all kinds of things that are possible. But it's going to be good or bad. Part of it's going to be depending on how you're living your life. And he only has himself to blame. They're not, Cy Vance, they're not going after him because they heard a rumor. They heard one little thing.
Move in very quickly before he starts this rally stuff, because we don't want that group and the Quackerdoodles and the Peanut Butter Boys, as Jen calls them, to get supersized or on steroids or all pumped up again, so it's like,
Are you hoping, or you think they will act before then?
I hope I believe, when I read about Trump, and hopefully from what we just saw, I'm praying that they will act.
Okay. 1830.
Before he gets to stoke the flames.
Will they act?
God, it's 2:30.
Against Trump before?
When you're having fun, time flies. It's 2:30 already.
If you need to go, I understand.
I have a reading in 10 minutes, but can I stay for one more quick question?
Yeah, please. We're asking, will they act against Trump before too many rallies? I mean, maybe they don't have to act in the next 9 days. Maybe they should.
Yeah.
But
Get the net.
Move on before QAnon gets a shot in the arm.
Yeah, that's a good way of saying it, right?
Yeah, Sheila.
Flames. Yeah.
Yeah, Sheila, and gonna rile up the crazies. Okay. Oh, he's getting ready. Oh, he's loving the idea of this, all these rallies and what have you got?
They may have to wait just a little bit longer. There is something here, but I'm getting hope is on its side. But I do feel like they will separate him and put him in the garden center so he can't do everything that he wants to do. Oh, there is a change. There's a change. I can't wait to see what you get.
Well, the card for the reading I get is he's just all excited. He's just ginning himself up for, woohoo, I get to go out there and, be awful. So he's all excited about that. However, enjoy it while you can.
Wow.
Because this is the last hurrah.
Wow. Okay.
The star, last hurrah. Big ending. And we will be very pleased. However, we need to temper our enthusiasm because what's going to happen is all of these charges and indictments and things are going to come down. And then there's going to be this long delay. I've been getting for ages now that this year is when all of these charges and all this stuff comes down all year. And then next year, everything goes to court.
Okay.
And it's all this stuff coming up in court and all of the convictions, all this stuff in 2022 that keeps Democrats in power in the 2022 election. So we have to understand things are going to happen, but then there's going to be a delay. But enjoy it while you can, Spiff. Last hurrah.
Spiff. Yeah, that's good. Thank you so much. And congratulations again, everybody. Tell Autumn congratulations. 900 shows. She's there every single day at 12 noon Central. How awesome. That's a true Scorpio, though, because work ethic and loyalty is like right there. You're a true Scorpio and so wonderful, so psychic. So congratulations again. Thanks so much for having me on.
Oh, anytime.
Have a great rest of your first day of summer. And
yes.
I hope to see you soon. Thanks again.
Absolutely. Thank you, Lori. And do come back anytime.
I will. Thank you.
Okay. Bye. All right, folks. Now you're just stuck with me. I'm going to answer a few more questions here. I've got some time, so if you don't mind. Hey, Jenlyn, it's so good to see you here, too. All right, let's see here. Let me see do I have anything over here? Because some people just give me just a second here. I want to see if I've got any overlays in here that might be fun. Just a little something to zhuzh up the place a bit. Hang on. Let's do. I have more in here than I thought I did, but they're all the wrong colors. Well, this is black. I don't think it'll show. Yeah, it won't show. It's too dark. So, okay, hang on. I know, this is boring, but I have red lipstick on, so let's do this. Hey! Let's do that. Okay. I can take this out. All right, now I'm happy. You know me. I like the overlays. I like my overlays. All right, get rid of that. All right, and then I will continue to go over your questions. Okay. Polly Wanda is asking, can the Secret Service aid in Trump's arrest? I believe so. I don't know. They're going to have to work with whoever's trying to arrest him. Oh, boo-boo. Are you stuck? Hang on. You're stuck. Hey, do you want some help? You're stuck. Careful. I'm trying to help you. Stop it. I'm trying to help you. There. Here, have a blanket. Here, have a blanket. There. Okay, sorry. He was stuck. Okay. But he's okay now. All right. Oh, boo-boo. Yes, he is a cutie. Great. Oh my gosh. Nasty woman Tara. Sharon, thank you, Sharon. That was very kind. Oh, and I'm so glad that I was able to. Thank you for the invitation on Saturday night or Friday night. Whenever it was fantastic. I so enjoyed it. So, anyway. Okay. I've already got my questions for today. Matter of fact, I'm only going to be able to cover a few more, but I do want to cover a few more. All right. So, let's have a look at. Where's my pen? At 126, let's look at, is Ron DeSantis Trump's successor in the Republican Party? Oh, absolutely so fun to have Lori. She's such a sweetheart. She has the best energy. Are you okay? I need to trim your clothes, sweetie. Why are you getting caught on everything? You don't need. Very strange. Sorry about that. Okay. Teresa all kisses mom's hand. Oh, thank you. Cards went flying. Hold, please. Okay. DeSantis. Are you Trump's successor? You are pretty awful. That's yeah. So is Florida Governor DeSantis basically going to be Trump's successor in the Republican Party? Sorry, I got a hair. Oh, wrong side. There we go. Is DeSantis is going to be Trump's successor? Thank you for being here. And just being here with you guys and the kitties and windows open, bird song, and Lori was here, and I am blessed. And you are my blessing. Thank you. All right, DeSantis. Thank you, Fire Sky. Ooh, is DeSantis about to have some problems? I did not expect that. Do tell. All right, Temperance. So let me just see what I've got here. Oh, goodness. Really? We're going to have to revisit this. He's going to start having trouble because of his decisions about business, about reopening Florida. This feels like growing happy Democratic families. This is growing more Democrats living there, more people in Florida willing to vote Democratic, vote for Democrats, I should say. This is an institution, and big changes in an institution, but this could also be aggressive law enforcement. Because for the card for the reading, is DeSantis going to get sucked up into legal mess? Let me double check. Jen Lynn, are you getting any? Have you been getting anything for? If you don't mind, yes, bird stinging. Yes, that's exactly what you're hearing. Jen Lynn, have you been getting anything about DeSantis or Sharon? Are you guys getting anything about DeSantis about to take a big legal L? Because right now he in the conservative straw poll at a conservative gathering, DeSantis got higher numbers than Trump. Major Arcana, oh my goodness, this is a bad day. But this is also your choice. You've been making choices out of the gunky barrel. You get gunky barrel results. Politically, this is that alignment to Trump. Working on the whole Republican nonsense, trying to put more Republican stuff in place. Boom, justice card. Okay, justice card. Devil card for the reading. DeSantis, what, you gonna be in trouble? What's been going on? What you been doing? I'm asking if DeSantis is going to be Trump's successor in the Republican Party, and I'm getting Tower, Chariot. I mean, I'm getting these cards of rack and ruin for DeSantis. Anybody else getting this? Because that's a bad day. That's a very bad day. You know how there's that old joke about, someone's going to be, God is going to smite someone down, so you don't stand too close to him because you get a lightning bolt out of the blue because God's going to smite that person. It was the old kind of humorous way of putting things. If you were saying somebody had been doing wrong, don't stand near DeSantis. Yeah, bye. You don't get diamonds out of Sal's slot. True. Lecter said, I knew it was no for DeSantis, but your cards confirmed it. Okay. Good. Whew. Jen Lynn, corruption. Don't stand so close to me. Don't stand so. Okay, we've got it, and I have to do the reading, or us together here. We've got to do the reading on the 133. So Trump and Bill O'Reilly are doing a 4 or 5 stop thing in December together. It's like rallies, but just talking and whatever it is, whatever they're doing, him and Bill O'Reilly in December. And so early on, for those of you watching replay, Lori and I opened up the floor to people in the chat for because we couldn't remember what it was called. What kind of, did the tour have a name? So we opened up the floor for suggestions, and Carmela wins the internet today because that whole tour with Trump and O'Reilly, she said should be called Griftmas. Griftmas. So that's what we're calling it. Thank you, Carmela. So, but apparently the tickets for Griftmas are not selling as robustly. Apparently they start at $100 and they're not selling. There are plenty still available. Plus, this is upsetting QAnon because they're like, how can you be setting up things for December if you're going to be president, if you're going to be reinstated as president? So QAnon's having whatever existential crisis they're having. And yeah. So, Griftmas. Is it going to go? Is it going to happen? Is it going to be successful? Is it not? Is it because I know it's all the way in December, but December isn't that far away. Ace of Wands. Oh yes, let's go out and bludgeon people with our extremist views and attack everybody. Yay, let's just go out and not metaphorically. Oh, it is metaphorically, but in speaking. What's the word I'm trying to think of? Beat people up. Let's rile up the base and yeeks. And Sharon is concurring with Jen Lin. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, DeSantis. Don't stand near DeSantis. All right. So Griftmas. Oh, Trump's gonna have major money problems. Major. Oh, so I feel like Madeline Kahn in my favorite thing of the Flames monologue from Clue. Flames. So much financial problems, but he wants to go out there and be with his people. But legally, I don't know if he's going to be able to. This is investigators bringing a sort of truth. This is still in the middle. So it makes me wonder if this goes forward, but these cards do not feel like it. But they're just so excited to be going out there amongst the worst of the worst people. And Trump needs the money. Desperately needs the money. But this. All right, tell us more about that. Yes, Sheila's saying Trump says it would be a great holiday gift. Exactly. Just 3 more cards. The Griftmas Gathering. It feels like we're going to have a nice Christmas out here. Temperance. Prosecutors. Little bits of money. As it gets closer, they're going to start discounting these tickets. But it's more and more tenuous. But it feels like the only reason it would go on is because Trump is just feeling so desperate for money. Oh my gosh. Woo. Okay. Let me see. We got that. Okay, so no, got that. Okay, this is a little worrying. And while I don't like leaving things on a sort of darkish note, I think this is important. QAnon is dismayed that Trump is talking about Griftmas, which we were just talking about. And December, instead of, wait a minute, aren't you going to be reinstated as president? So they're getting all bent out of shape. So their disappointment is growing and growing and growing. Yeah, Sheila, he should have checked with Q before he spoke. Yeah. So QAnon, are they going to move their focus? Are they going to move the corrupt God they worship? Are they going to change their focus? to another person, to another set of people, to just trying to, I don't know, some people just want to watch the whole world burn, not literally, but QAnon. Going to change your focus? Or please, oh please, are you just going to fade them to obscurity? Please. Queen of Swords. Law enforcement. Yeah, man, I had a little bit of eye twitch yesterday or earlier, but man, right now I got into the Q energy and it's like, oh, I can't see. Oh. No, but that could be what they want, or it could be more of Q is the people pushing this Q idea are taken down. There's a star card. There's an Ace of Cups. Knight of Cups. 10 of Pentacles. Ace of Swords. Normally I would say, oh, okay, I understand. They're angry about what the Democrats are doing, Democrats in power. But a sort of truth is coming for the people in the Republican Party who are well off right now, who look like they're in a great place. And the card for the reading is law enforcement. It ends in law enforcement. And these cards don't feel as dire. I think, according to these cards, what it's saying is that when enough of the legal stuff starts hitting, Q doesn't have anywhere to go. I'm getting petering out more than crisis and calamity, but we'll definitely revisit this. Yeah, they're disappointed. They thought they could knock down democratic things. Democratic things are still, it's despondency. They wanted them to go out and be aggressive against those horrible Democrats, but it's not happening. So they're sinking into the moment. They're sinking into this disappointment. Bye. Anyway, that's going to do it for me for today. And thank you, Lori. Thank you so much for being on today. And you guys have been so great. I love this community. I cannot thank you enough. All right. So I will be back tomorrow because I am here every single day of the year at 12 o'clock, or as soon as I can get on after, but at 12 o'clock Central Time in the US, Chicago time. And from me, have a wonderful rest of your day. In about 2 hours, I will be over on the Book Art Media channel as normal, doing writing sprints, working on my mystery novel. We do 4 25-minute quiet work blocks. And so you're always welcome. There's no entrance fee. You just hang out in the chat, and if you're a regular writer, eventually maybe you can just come hang out on the screen with us. But we do that every day too. So have a great rest of your day, and I will definitely see you tomorrow.